Welcome back, everybody. It's Valencia, the Style Educator. In today's video, I want to give a few different tips to help you help the younger ladies that are in your life. So a few weeks ago, maybe about 3 weeks ago now, I had an opportunity to spend some time with some middle schoolers in my local community. And the purpose of the event was to really just have these open conversations with these young ladies who are going to be transitioning into high school, just to give them some tips, really to help them transition, and even just create a really safe space for them to talk about a lot of things that they may not necessarily be able to talk about at home. So, you may be able to relate to that as well. I know I can think about my own personal experience when I left middle school and got into high school, and just how the environment was so different. There were a lot of things that I wasn't really aware of, and I really wasn't even expecting, right? So shout out to the young lady who is a high schooler in the local community who decided to put this event on just to bring that awareness, that education to these young ladies, as well as create a safe haven for them to share any thoughts, any concerns, or anything that they may be going on. So I was there to talk about self-confidence, self-esteem, body awareness, and just things of that sort. There were other panelists there, talked about hygiene, so many different amazing topics that our young ladies in the community absolutely need. So I wanted to just double back and do a video again, just to share a few things that really were like pulling on my heartstrings a little bit, just to help you. Again, this could be for your daughter, your granddaughters, your nieces. It could even be for your younger sisters, just any of you, your goddaughters, right? Just any of you that have young ladies in your lives. And this honestly isn't just for for middle schoolers. This could just even be for your younger kids. I know myself, I have a daughter now, so a lot of these things I have just started to implement, in her life. So it's really important. So the first thing that I want you guys to do is to start to compliment them. Again, if you do not have any children, again, this could be for your siblings. If you have younger siblings, even if you have older ones, this could be for your goddaughters, again, your nieces, things like that. Begin to compliment them. One of the major things that kept coming up was a lot of them didn't feel beautiful. They didn't feel pretty. They felt like when they looked in the mirror, they didn't like what they saw. So I think it's very important for you to begin to tell them they're beautiful, tell them they're pretty, tell them that they're gorgeous, etc., right? Because we don't want them looking for validation for that in the wrong places. We live in a day and age of social media. There's a lot of comparison and validation that the younger generation is finding via social media. So we want to kind of retract that and bring that back into our homes. We want to be able to be the first ones to just compliment them in that way. We want to tell them they're beautiful. We want to be a part of the ones that are building up their self-esteem, right? And what I also feel like this does, outside of them not seeking validation in the wrong places, aside of it from building up their self-esteem, I also feel like it helps them to receive compliments and then in turn give compliments. I really try to compliment other women every chance that I get, especially on social media. Even during text messages, I'll say, "Oh, hey, beautiful, how are you? Hi, gorgeous, thank you," because I feel like we struggle in that area for many different reasons. And this could be part of that, is because growing up, we didn't really receive compliments, or we really kind of struggled with it. So I think what this will do is it will help them to receive compliments as well as give them. And you guys got to excuse my daughter because she really has a habit of trying to get loud when I do videos, but I'm going to let her think that she's doing something. But anyway, the second thing that I want you guys to do when it comes to the young ladies in your life is I want you to encourage their individuality in their style of dressing. So this was another thing that came up. A lot of them, when I asked them how they felt about their personal style, about, how they're dressing and clothes, a lot of them were, confident, like they felt like they liked the way that they dressed, but their concern was that other people didn't like it. So what I want you to do is I want you to begin to encourage them in that area in the way that they dress, as long as it's appropriate, right? So that was one of the things that I said to them. Hey, listen, as long as it's appropriate for your age, you're not wearing anything that's too revealing, anything that's not, that you should not be wearing, then I think that it's pretty much a go, right? So I know that once we do this, again, it will encourage them. Yes, beautiful. No, you need regular socks. Go get regular socks. And can you please stop making all that noise? Because you were quiet, like, what is this now, 5 minutes ago? So I know that when we do this, it really builds up their confidence to make those decisions. But again, I'm a parent, so I'm not sitting here saying that we're just supposed to give our kids free range and let our kids do whatever they want to do. But what I do find is that when they create these outfits, I know that everybody has creativity, right? But somewhere along the line, specifically in our childhood, that creativity was crushed because we said no, because we did not understand, right? And again, how can we understand when we're not a part of the generation? And again, this is not about them looking like everybody else, feeling like everybody else, dressing like everybody else, but we all are individuals and we all have a creative, there's a creative part to us. And again, oftentimes it gets crushed in our childhood because we mixed and matched something that our parents didn't think looked right. It wasn't that it was inappropriate, it just didn't make sense to them. So again, begin to just encourage them so that you can build up their confidence. We all dress differently. That's what makes us unique. I feel like this is gonna keep them from, again, that comparison stage. There was one young lady, she mentioned something about the popular girls. And so, again, we have to remember that there's these things that still exist that a lot of us experience in our childhood, in middle school, high school, etc. It hasn't gone away. And if anything, I really feel like it's that much bigger of an issue. Again, going back to the fact that there's also social media in play. So please encourage their individuality as far as their style. That way they can have confidence to know that, I chose this particular style of top with these pants. Again, as long as it's not too revealing, as long as it's appropriate, I think that we should really encourage them in that area. The third thing that I want to talk about is body positivity. I got a lot of young ladies who mentioned that they did not like their body. It was just like mind-blowing to just hear them share that, right? So we have to start to talk about and normalizing body positivity, normalizing that everybody is not shaped the same, which was something that I shared with one of the little girls there, young ladies. So I think it's normal for them to understand that their body is normal for them, right? Their body is beautiful for them. Their body is the way that they are supposed to be shaped, and that it's okay, and that their peers are going to be shaped different, and they're beautiful as well, and they're unique. I think that it's very important to begin to have these conversations with the young ladies in our lives, again, to just build up that confidence that, okay, I may be petite and that's okay. I may be, a little more full figured and that's okay. I may fall in between. Again, this really hit home for me because you guys know that I am all about educating when it comes to, body shapes and stuff like that. And it's interesting because this particular day I decided to wear my t-shirt, the My Shape Is in Style, and I really couldn't figure out why. But this particular young girl, she was bold. She didn't care. She shared it in front of everyone. And when she read my shirt, she smiled. She just, I could see just her kind of raise up a little bit. So again, you guys, make sure that you are having these body awareness, body positivity conversations with the young ladies in your life. Again, just educating them and encouraging them that their body shape it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It doesn't matter. And the fourth and last thing that I want to share is just to begin to create open space to talk to them about how they're feeling about things. I know me, that's something that I have definitely started to implement. You guys know I have a much older son. It's something I wish that I would have did when he was growing up. I think that sometimes as parents, we just assume, that, oh, our kids should just come to us and speak to us about things. And that's not always the case. And it's not to say that we're bad parents. It's not to say that we don't even, that we're not open, but sometimes they don't know that. So one of the things that I like to do is, do something they like to do, go out to eat or do some sort of fun activity where it doesn't feel like they're being kind of questioned, where it feels very natural, and just kind of check in with them to see what's going on with them. A lot of our young kids are being bullied. A lot of them, they're being bullied in school. They're being bullied on social media. Quiet down, baby. I'm almost finished. That was like another concern. There was a few young girls that talked about being bullied on TikTok and all this other stuff. And I was like, block them. She even talked about the text messaging. So we have to begin to create a safe space for them to talk to us and not just assume that if something is going on with them, that they would just automatically open up. I know even for me, I love my mom dearly, wholeheartedly. She is my ace boon coon. If you know what that means, that's like your BFF. But there were a lot of things that I never felt comfortable going to her to talk about to her. And it wasn't anything that she did. She was not a bad parent. She was an amazing mom. But again, we have to begin to just invite them, if you will, to come in and talk to us about those things. So thank you guys, for checking out this video. Share this out with your friends, other parents, other people that that have young ladies in their lives. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you ladies in the next one. Bye.